Welcome back to the channel and to my very first college basketball video. Very excited to be bringing some new and fresh content here to the Guy Boston Sports channel for all of us here to dive into, break down, analyze together. But with that said, I do want to kind of break down how these videos are going to look here moving forward for the time being. Now, with me working a full-time job outside of here, guys, it is kind of hard to squeeze all these videos in on a regular. So don't want to bite off more than I can chew with these college basketball videos, right? So I'm going to start off with 2 videos a week. One of those being on the Sunday slate. Now, the other one is going to be during the week sometime. Now, that I'm kind of want to leave up to you guys. Which day would you prefer to see another video during the week? Now, I've noticed a lot of times that Thursdays are very heavy days, lots of games to go over. So that would give us more options. So I was thinking personally maybe Wednesday night for Thursday slate. We drop a video Wednesday night, and then the Sunday slate, if we like this in the morning, we can do it like that. Or if you would prefer to have that at Saturday night as well, we could do a Saturday night video for the Sunday game slate as well. So please throw your feedback into the comments on what you would like to see in that regard. This is all brand new, obviously, so we have some room to tinker with it and play around with it and figure out how it's going to work best for everyone. But with that said, guys, like I said, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. So we're going to start with 2 videos a week. We'll move forward from there. If I can squeeze some more videos in as we move forward, I most definitely will. I love making content for you guys, but the last thing I want to do, like I said, is bite off more than I can chew and not be able to give you videos consistently. And obviously, these college basketball slates, they're huge, right? It's 20, 30, 40 games sometimes, right? Like I said, Thursday days are huge. The games will start at noon, and then sometimes the last game's not tipping off till literally midnight, over there in Hawaii somewhere. So sometimes it's insane how many games are being played in one day. So obviously, I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours and make a video where we dive into every single game and break them down. I don't think anybody would sit around and watch that for 3 hours. I wouldn't mind making the video personally. Like I said, I love making this content, but yeah, obviously we're gonna break it down into my favorite plays, kind of like we did with the NFL season. So I've got a handful of plays here to dive into today for this first video here. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's not waste any more time. Smash that like button down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and jump over to Outlier to look at the first play of the day. So we're going to be looking at the Michigan versus Ohio State game tipping off at 1 p.m. I'm looking at the total here, and I'm looking at the under 150.5, and I know probably think I'm crazy, right? 2 higher-powered offenses, and I'm looking at an under, right? And then we can see this insight from Outlier. They're talking about the over. The over has hit in 4 of Michigan's last 6 games on the road. So why am I looking at an under here? Well, Michigan has a lot to play for here. This is not, just a throwaway game. This is a rivalry game on top of it. Big Ten basketball, always physical. Michigan sitting alone atop the standings right now with a half-game lead over Purdue. I think that plays into this. We're entering crunch time in the regular season here. Michigan has won 5 in a row now, but no rest for the wicked, right? Like this schedule just remains brutal moving forward for Michigan, but. Look, they got the team to roll with it, but look, we're looking at the points here, right? And like I said, man, I envision a very physical game here between 2 teams that, yes, they have higher-powered offenses, right? But they also have very solid defenses. Let's look at them in their last. Let's look at the last 5 specifically. We can see that Michigan has hit under this line, this 150.5 line, 4 of their last 5. Ohio State, 3 of their last 5, right? We look at these guys head-to-head as well, and we can see that they have hit, head-to-head. They've come under this mark in their last 2 meetings, 145 and 138 in the last 2 meetings between these 2 teams. Now, like I said, high-powered offenses, right? Sitting at 81 points per game. Michigan, just under 80 points per game for Ohio State. Shooting the ball very well, 49%, just under 48%. But I mean, the thing is they don't have bad defenses at all, right? Giving up just over 70, just over 71 points per game. These 2 teams are sitting. Look, from the Ken Palm rankings, we got Michigan sitting at 25th offensively, Ohio State 28th offensively, right? But defensively, Michigan sitting at 20th, Ohio State 29th. These are very solid defensive teams. So I take that into consideration. In regards to the fact that, like I said, Big Ten game, very physical, things on the line. And then we look down here and look at all that damn money on the over, man. So there's another factor there that, hey, I'm fading the public, guys. That's a lot of money that Vegas stands to lose if this over hits, right? And we all know how things can get at the end of these games, right, with these totals. So I'm rolling with the under here. Now, like I said, I know it sounds a little crazy, but hey, and I don't know that I throw a full unit on this one. Maybe it's a half unit play, but at plus money on top of that, you're going to give me plus money. I'm going to go ahead and take my chances. Next game I'm looking at is going to be Nebraska at Northwestern. Nebraska is 16-9, 6-8 in conference play, while Northwestern 13-12, 4-10 in conference play. Both these teams in the Big Ten as well. Another Big Ten matchup that we are looking at. I'm looking at Nebraska on the money line in this one. Northwestern is 25-5 in their last 30 games at home. That's something to keep a note of, right? And head-to-head, we can see that they have split in their last two. Northwestern has actually had the upper hand in this battle here in the previous few years, right? But we look at it from perspective of this year, and Nebraska comes into this one with more momentum. We can see that they are winners of 4 of their last 5, while Northwestern has dropped 5 of their last 6, and there's reasons for that. Let's go ahead and scroll over here and look at the injuries, and this is the big reason why. You got Barnheiser and Leach both out for the season. This is 2 of their 3 top scoring players, right? So you're taking a ton of points away from Northwestern right here, forcing them to readjust how they move on the offensive side of things, and just overall in general. So they have definitely felt that edge right there, right? They have definitely felt that, losers of 5 of their last 6 since these injuries have started seeping in. So definitely a big reason why I'm looking at Nebraska on the money line. And then from a Ken Palm perspective, look, Northwestern 64th in terms of offensive and defensive rating, while Nebraska sitting at 55th offensively, 39th defensively. So I like the chances here for Nebraska. They are the better team here. It is a tight matchup when you look at the overall of both these teams. You look at it statistically, you look at what they've done on the year, you look at Ken Palm ratings. No matter how you look at it, it's a tight matchup. The thing for me that leans the favor into Nebraska's side is these injuries on the Northwestern end. So that pushes it to Nebraska for me on the money line. I'm looking at Nebraska minus 122 right now on FanDuel. Most likely going to hop all over that one. Now, I'm also looking at the total for this game. And I say this with with hesitation because everything data-wise says over, which makes me feel really leery. It smells fishy. It does. Something's off here. The over has hit in 12 of Nebraska's last 18 games on the road. All right, now let's look at them in their last 10 games, both these guys. We've hit over this 141.5 line 80% of the time for Nebraska, 8 of their last 10. Northwestern has hit over that line 100% of the time in their last 10. I'm not sure exactly what I'm missing. Let's look at them head to head. 100% hit rate, over 141.5 in their last 2 games. The only thing, it's the similar scenario of what I just said for the Michigan and Ohio State game. Big Ten conference play, physical games typically. Maybe they're looking at all these injuries on the Northwestern side and expecting a drop-off in production as far as points are concerned. But like I said, these injuries set in about 6 games ago, and we can see that they're still clearing this mark, right? So I don't know, guys. This one feels a little fishy. Like I said, 80% of the bets is on the over, 70% of the money's on the over. So this is probably one that I don't touch. You know what I mean? Because everything's screaming over. So these are the type of games that it'll probably fly way under. We'll get a total of like 112 as far as the points are concerned. So I did want to talk about it because, like I said, man, everything is pointing that direction. But something's off, guys. Something's off. So I don't know if I end up playing this one myself. If I do, it'll be a very, 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 very small play just to sprinkle on it, just because, like I said, it all makes so much damn sense. Maybe I'm missing something that you guys have already seen, and you're like, Trey, this is a clear trap. What the hell are you doing even talking about it? Hey, man, if so, throw that down there in the comments as well, man. Guys, I'm curious. I want to know what you guys think about this one as well, because like I said, man, minus 110 odds over there, FanDuel, really across the board. Like, it looks good, man. I want to jump on it, but something's off. Something is off. All right, next up, I'm going to be looking at Northern Kentucky at Milwaukee. Looking at another total, looking at the over 142.5 on this one. The over has hit in 4 of the last 5 games for Milwaukee when they are a favorite. That's an 80% hit rate, so we like to see that. 2024 for this season as it's concerned, look, Northern Kentucky only 38% hit rate on the over, 36% on the road. Milwaukee at 83% hit rate at home, 69% overall. Right. The thing that I like about this the most, I mean, we can go ahead and look at the head-to-head as well. Now they've hit over this 142.5 mark at a 75% rate, 3 of their last 4. They did come under this line by about what 4 or 5 points, right? Earlier this season, 79-59. Um, Northern Kentucky just could not get any points on the board, 59. The thing that I like about this, though, like I said, that's the kind of the thing that makes this one a little concerning. It's the only thing that I won't say the only thing, but it's the biggest thing that makes me a little leery on this one is Northern Kentucky's offense. They're only 299 or ranked 299 in terms of offensive rating in the Ken Palm ratings. We can go ahead and scroll down here too. We can see they're not putting a ton of points up, just 70 points per game, shooting at 42, just under 43% on the season. So they're not shooting the ball particularly great, but they're not defending well either. That's the thing. Both of these teams, their defenses are lacking. Northern Kentucky sitting at 174th in terms of defensive rating, while Milwaukee sitting at 142. So, like I said, neither of these teams are really playing. They're not playing lights out defense by any means, and they give up. Northern Kentucky giving up just under 37% from 3. So, not a good look, man. Like I said, a little hesitant about this one strictly because of Northern Kentucky's offense. So this might be one that we look at from an alternate perspective. Maybe we buy this down to 141.5, 140.5, maybe. We can still get that at minus 135, minus 125 for 141.5. So room to play with here. Not sure exactly how I play this one or if I do for sure, but wanted to talk about it. Definitely looks like one that has some potential to be a good play for sure. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the first college basketball video. Please throw all your feedback down in the comments. If you want to see me do things a little bit differently, if you want to see this, that, or the other, please holler at me, man. Let me know. I enjoy all the feedback. And that's, obviously this is why I do this, man, is for you, for the viewer. So let me know what you want to see. I will say, because I know somebody's going to be like, player props. We want some player props. Man, this is the struggles of sports betting, right? I wish that there was just standard rules throughout the entire nation, right? But in Ohio here, we can't bet on player props for college sports, basketball, football, and it sucks, man. There's so many regulations about the sports betting thing, and it drives me nuts. So hopefully one day we can just be uniformed across the board, right? We can all just bet on the same things. The regulations on this stuff in general just, man, it frustrates me. Like, I work. I'm the one going out here and working and putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this hard-earned money. Let me do what I want with it, man. Come on, you know what I mean? So it just frustrates the hell out of me, guys. I had to bring it up. Like I would be making videos right now for the 3-on-3 women's pro basketball. If you guys have been following me on here, I do the WNBA. I was so excited for that 3-on-3, and then I'm watching that 1-on-1 tournament, man, that they just did, and I'm like, this would be so much fun to bet on. You're doing a 1-on-1 tournament, which the NBA needs to bring in, man. Bring that to the All-Star Weekend. Like, get rid of all this other crap. Like it's getting played out. It's all gimmicky. Man, let's have a 1-on-1 show here in the NBA on All-Star Weekend. Like, tell me that wouldn't be live, right? 'Cause it was live with the women, dude. So like, let's see the men, man. Let's see them get down. Um, Anyways, I'm watching that. I'm like, man, this would be so much fun to wager on right now, and I can't. Like, it just sucks, dude. So, yeah, they got to get this together, man. But with that said, like I said, man, anything you guys want to see in these videos besides player props, because I just there ain't nothing for me to look at. I don't know the odds and the lines, so I can't really help you there. But yeah, anything else in regards to these videos that you guys want to see, any feedback is greatly appreciated. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you found it helpful and useful. And if you did, please do not forget to smash the like button down below and check that pinned comment here in a little bit. We'll have a link to the Guy Boston Sports website, and that's where my final plays for today will live. Obviously, we went over a handful of plays here today. If you click that link, you'll be able to see which plays I actually ended up betting myself, which plays I'm rolling with. And at what unit size as well. I don't always put a full unit on things. So if you want to ride with me, hopefully we make a little bit of money today. Like I said, go ahead and check out that pinned comment. Or maybe you want to fade me today because you think all these plays are trash. Still go ahead and check out that pinned comment. Make sure you hop over there and you can see what plays we're rolling with. So that's going to be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.